Today on CCX News, Maple Grove community leaders cut the ribbon on a new blood donation center. How a new location could make a big difference. Leaders from Memorial Blood Centers say the need for blood donors is constant. They hope a new location on Main Street will help supply match the demand.
We opened for donations a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, and we've already seen donors making the move here because of the convenience of the location.
Wednesday was the grand opening. A number of community leaders spoke about the area's need for blood and what this space will add to Main Street.
We use the same amount of blood in January as we use in July, as we use in October. What changes is people's willingness to donate or their availability to donate.
North Memorial Health Hospital in Robbinsdale is one of the many places Memorial Blood Center supplies blood to. You can schedule a donation online or by calling the center. We'll post more information at ccxmedia.org. In other news, there's been another dog attack involving a breed of pit bulls. Brooklyn Park police say the latest incident occurred at the Huntington Place apartments on Tuesday night. According to police, officers responded to a woman yelling for help after being mauled by 3 pit bulls. It turns out the dogs belonged to the victim and her boyfriend. Police say they had to put down 2 of the dogs and another was quarantined to an animal shelter. At last check, the woman injured was in critical but stable condition. The cause of that attack is still unknown. A new housing development, it's on its way to Crystal. The City Council approved plans for 8 new townhomes near the intersection of 36th and Douglas. They'll be twin homes spread across 4 separate buildings. Each unit will have 3 bedrooms and a 2-car garage. Initially, they'll be available for rent, not ownership. The developer might make the homes available for purchase at a later date. A vacant home on the property will be torn down before construction starts. Does your family participate in organics recycling? If you live in Maple Grove, the city is making changes to its program there. Earlier this summer, the City Council approved an agreement with its recycling hauler to offer organics recycling pickup as a city service. As a result, individual garbage haulers will no longer be required to offer organics recycling. Under a City Council vote this week, that change takes effect January 6th. After that date, garbage haulers cannot charge residents for organics recycling service. You may recall in 2023, a Hennepin County ordinance took effect that requires cities to offer curbside organics pickup either through organized collection or through individual haulers. There's some exciting news for local baseball players. A baseball training facility currently located in Eden Prairie is seeking to relocate and open a new training facility in Plymouth. Brower Baseball is seeking to move to the Jet 55 Corporate Center located on Highway 55. It would fill 32,000 square feet of currently vacant space. The Plymouth Planning Commission reviews the plans this week. Brower Baseball offers individual and group training for youth on up through college age. The business was started by former Major League Baseball pitcher Jim Brower. A man from Maple Grove competed on the world's biggest stage this summer. Allison Ann represented the African nation of Gambia in the martial art of Taekwondo. Delane Cleveland caught up with the local Olympian to learn more about his experience.
An estimated 10,500 athletes competed in the Paris Olympics.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Allison Ann of Maple Grove was one of them.
It was enlightening was probably the best way to say it.
During the opening ceremony on July 26th,
Gambia!
Ann was part of the small contingent representing Team Gambia.
We passed one big bridge and then you see thousands of people just screaming, yelling, and then it starts raining. And then I'm like, okay, this is getting insane. It's getting crazy.
5, 6, 7, 8.
The 23-year-old used that opportunity to record a TikTok video because why wouldn't you? From there, he had 2 weeks before he had to compete. So he spent a week in another part of France to train.
Beds, your own room. It was actually, compared to the Olympic Village, I was like, this is first class. I was happy.
He then returned to the Olympic Village the following week, where he took in the sights with family and friends.
Yes. Oh, I went to the Arc de Triomphe. I went to the Louvre.
Then on August 10th, his chance to finally compete and earn Gambia a medal in Taekwondo. His opponent, Ivan Shapny of Croatia. The match did not go as An had hoped.
Competing-wise, I lost my first match. It was pretty sad, actually.
The first round will be won by Shapina now.
After years of training, An's official Olympic participation lasted all of 10 minutes. But he took away a valuable lesson from the experience.
I've experienced loss before, and that's just how you have to accept it. You accept it, you move on, and then you keep it pushing, you grow with it, and then you try to make yourself better.
The pressure is really
Going forward, he has his eyes on Los Angeles in 2028.
I think LA could definitely be a possibility, for sure. And I think, and when I say everybody has their own time, I'm a big believer in that, and I think my time will come for that.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Earlier this year, An opened up his own World Taekwondo Training Academy studio in Andover. The Olympian has already amassed 55 students. Finally, this segment, was it the deep fried ranch that did it? The Minnesota State Fair had its strongest year since 2019, before COVID-19 disruptions. All told, 1.9 million people went through the State Fair turnstiles, the fifth highest total on record. Helping those figures out, a return of State Fair Express bus service to Maple Grove. Metro Transit provided more than 27,000 rides from the Maple Grove Transit Station, which was close to its own record high. And yes, as it turned out, fairgoers loved the deep fried ranch. It completely sold out on Monday.
The fall season is underway now for all high school sports, including cross country. The Osseo program has a big day coming up this Saturday.
Osseo cross country has a rich history. The recent alumni run was the 60th annual.
It's got a little reunion feel, but there's just a special degree of pride as well. And we are so, Osseo cross country, as for the boys and girls squads, they've had their glory days. And to see them continue to come back and to share their stories, it is just really special.
Both the 2024 Osseo teams, boys and girls, will feature more younger runners than a year ago, as each lost talented athletes to graduation. Although the boys do bring back 3 of their top 5 runners. This year's seniors are excited about the up-and-coming talent.
I think it's really fun having a new group of boys to work with than last year. It's sad to see the seniors gone from last year. Being the only senior on varsity, most likely, it's going to be, I think it's a good thing to have a younger varsity, So I think that's one great thing we have this year.
We have a lot of new girls this season, so it's awesome to meet all these new girls who are excited for the season. And it's just fun to see their potential.
A big event for Osseo cross country is this weekend. The annual Lions Roar 5K Saturday morning precedes the city's parade, and it's a huge fundraiser for the program.
Funds we get from that help us hire coaches, help us get gear, and just allow us to do things with the team like snacks and chocolate milk and just those little extra things that make the program a little bit more special.
Current Osseo cross-country runners serve as volunteers for the race. More information can be found at OsseoLionsRoar5K.com.
The Maple Grove boys soccer team is ranked 3rd in Class 3A early this season. The Crimson lit up the scoreboard in a win Tuesday night.
Maple Grove boys soccer on the road to take on Spring Lake Park in a Northwest Suburban Conference match. First half with the Crimson leading 2-1. The Panthers' Mubarak Wayu feeds Jacob Knockin. Knockin gets free with a left-footed shot just inside the far post for a goal. Spring Lake Park, after trailing 2-0 early, ties it at 2. But it's pretty much all Maple Grove from there. Solon Gamache, with a great individual effort, frees himself just enough to rip a shot that finds the back of the Spring Lake Park net. Gamache's goal puts the Crimson ahead for good at 3-2. Less than a minute later, they score again. Ike Duell with a perfectly placed free kick deep, where Frank Miller rises up with a header to score. Another pretty goal for the Crimson. They lead 4-2, and that's the score at halftime. Second half, nice passing here from Maple Grove leads to another goal. Gavin Chewbacca to Colin Ames to Everett Johnston, who chips a shot in. That's 5-2 Maple Grove. Great cross here from Ben Hallberg to Gannon Ferentz, who heads the pass in for a goal. Maple Grove goes on to win 7-2. The Crimson are now 3-0 on the season and host Centennial Thursday.
Breck has a very solid boys soccer history. The Mustangs are ranked number 2 in Class A this fall and face a great opponent Tuesday.
Breck at home to take on the two-time defending state Class A champions from St. Paul Academy. Late first half, a throw-in for SPA by Lucas Granja, a header, and then a great shot by Mas Kuaku into the Breck net. The senior puts the Spartans ahead 1-0 going into halftime. Early second half, nice little give and go between Breck's Elon Chaudhry and Duncan Armour. Armour winds up and blasts a shot in from 30 yards out for a goal. Mustangs tie the match less than 30 seconds into the half. Midway through the half, SPA's Ethan Peltier with a touch pass to Liam Sullivan, who turns and rips a quick shot just under the crossbar and in for a goal. St. Paul Academy is back in front. And it looked like they would hang on to win, but Breck ties it in the final minute. Chaudhry with a long pass from the midfield area all the way to Ellis Priesing, who gets control of the ball and kicks it in for the tying goal. A great finish for the Mustangs, and this match ends in a 2-2 draw. John Jacobson, CCX Sports.